Hey, everybody, and welcome to St. Augustine this evening. We are here on our Friday, which is Thursday, and still haven't heard from Mike. I did hear from his wife this morning that his plane was oversold, so I don't know if he's in the country, if he's not in the country, if he's going to pop in. I don't know. We'll find out. You will know when I know. But I do have the bills to pay, and then I do have the final update before he headed to the airport. So I have that video to share with you as well. Welcome, St. Augustine. Let's pay some bills. The team at South State Bank is a group of bankers you can count on. Their approach to building long-term relationships with their customers is the best in the business. If you are looking for a banking relationship you can depend on, check out South State Bank. They've got 3 locations to serve you in St. Augustine: State Road 312, State Road 16, or the beach. You can also visit their website, southstatebank.com. They are a member FDIC. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing. They offer free estimates and have been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years in the construction industry. They offer painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties for up to 25 years. They also do shingle roofs with warranties for up to 50 years. They install tile roofing, cedar shake shingles. I almost did it. Designer roofing and flat roof coverings. This has not been my read this week. Recent job photos with material descriptions can be seen at A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing.com for those cedar shake shingles. Go check out their pictures. All right, we've got Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford has also won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today in person or online at bozardford.com. If you head down there, go have dinner at Ford's Garage. Jiffy Burger, right?
The Jiffy
Burger.
Yep.
Last one is Solar Stick. They were established in 2006. Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing. Troy Blevins is in the house.
Woohoo! All right, I usually sit over there, and I'm not here.
I know this is very unusual for you, right? This chair.
If you would pull the Ford read back, I think it's at the bottom right now.
Yep.
Ford read back. All right, I have not been doing this show for 3 years.
And that's the one that was you guys.
No, that's my handwriting. That's still my handwriting right there. That's my handwriting.
Yeah, Davey and I were talking about the rock-solid modern system we have for advertisements here on the evening show.
Yeah.
I mean, if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
You did an excellent job.
The cedar shake shingles was not my writing.
Oh.
But the other ones, I think I pretty much wrote the rest of them.
But it came from your email.
Yeah, it did come from my email. What's the date on it?
2020. August 28,
so 4 years
2020.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
So, yeah, Cedar Shake Shingles. I had nailed that one before the holiday break, and ever since, I can't do it.
Well,
Cedar Shake
they
Shingles.
were a sponsor for a long time, going back to radio time, and I never nailed that one.
Yeah.
Never got it down.
So that's why I didn't get razzed for any
No,
today.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I can't. I can say it if I say it real slow, syllable by syllable.
Yep.
Like I'm talking like Rain Man. So Cedar Shake Shingles.
Cedar Shake Shingles.
Yeah.
So I got a text.
That certainly is hard to say.
It is so hard to say. Oh, I wanted to shout out Barbara Jean. I'm wearing purple for you today, girl. I got purple eyeshadow. I'm doing purple for Barbara Jean today.
And Barbara Jean, I got on purple underwear.
We're not going to show that during this show.
Okay.
Just because, we're not.
I don't know. Barbara Jean, I think, knows that's a lie because I don't wear underwear.
Well,
Is that all right? Too much information?
Things I don't know.
Probably
Things I don't
too much
know.
information.
But I did promise them that we were going to see, since we don't have, the teacher in the room to tell us to calm down, like, will there be a show after Mike gets back? Or are we going to get them canceled? I've got lots of fun stories to see what we can do.
Oh, we're probably going to get in trouble.
Of course we are.
Yeah, I live in trouble, so I'm completely okay with it. But you got to live with Mike every day now. So
and his wife. I go to church with his wife.
I did my time.
I saw Darcy this morning, and she was like, "Oh, I had hot yoga last night, so I missed the show, but I'm going to watch the show today." And I was like, "Well, it's going to be Troy and I." She's like, "I'm not going to watch the show today." She's like, "I don't think I can handle the two of you."
It'll embarrass her. So she'll laugh, and then she'll feel guilty about laughing about it.
Yeah, because she's very sweet.
Yeah, she is.
I did get a text from his travel buddy, though.
Okay.
His last day of surfing did not go well.
Oh, no.
And so I have a video to share. Mike's last day of surfing before he had to head to the airport, y'all. It's a rough one. Here we go.
Let's see what we got.
Out there paddling. Something got him. And now he's in a fist fight. You can see splashes over the waves. It's coming out. In a fist fight with a shark. And now he's coming back.
Okay. There you go. He's all right.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, I have it on good authority that Darcy talked to him this morning, so we're good.
Yeah.
Our fearless leader will return. It's been a week of surf fails for Mike. I hope he comes back not in a body cast.
Yeah. And that's a video of a professional surfer from your. I just don't want people.
I've been yoinking videos from the internet all week. Don't tell my secrets. Come on.
No, people will be concerned about Mike, and then they'll blow up my phone going, "Is Mike okay?"
Well,
Mike did get attacked by a shark one time.
He did. Yeah. He had like a little scratch on his finger, right?
Yeah, no, it attached to his wetsuit.
Yeah.
It never broke the skin. It's just the teeth got stuck in the wetsuit, and it was about this big.
I've swam with sharks a few times. Never got bit.
We all have, by the way.
Yeah.
We just didn't know it.
Well, I knowingly swam with sharks.
With sharks.
And I even got to snuggle sharks.
Oh.
Because I was part of.
They're known for their huggability.
They're very snuggly if you're feeding them and they like you.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a little nurse shark, and it was being trained for a possible shark interaction program.
Okay.
And they needed guests. So that's why I got to pretend to be a guest, because I didn't work with the sharks. They didn't see me every day. So,
gotcha.
I was
So you were a guest to the sharks.
Yeah, I was a guest to the shark, but not the situation.
Got it.
Yeah. So they needed someone that wouldn't sue them if things went awry.
Yeah.
And, was on the workers' comp, all that good stuff. So I got to play with sharks.
The workman's comp probably played a big part of it.
Probably.
So, no, so like as your time as a marine biologist, is that what the correct term is?
Sorta. That's close enough.
Well, marine, what were you? I knew you were a trainer.
I was a behaviorist. So I was an animal behaviorist that specialized with marine mammals.
What was probably one of the scariest moments underwater with an animal?
So I had always dreamed of just free swimming with dolphins, right? And it's not even scary because I was in danger. It was just creepy because we talked a lot about ultrasound yesterday. I had Trey King on from Marineland, and we talked a lot about Marineland history and their sonar abilities. So I had always, heard like they see with sound, right? But you don't think about the fact that you can feel that. And so we had one habitat in the original habitats that was coquina sand at the bottom. And the dolphins that were in those habitats had a tendency to play with their fish. And so at the end of the night, the end of the shift, we had to free swim in that habitat. And that was not under training or anything. You just get in the water and you're swimming with the dolphins.
So is it like being at a concert where the music's too loud and it almost feels like motion sickness?
Yeah, you can feel it. It wasn't as strong as motion sickness. But the thing that's creepy is, especially in the winter, the light's failing by the end of the shift. And you're in a coquina rock habitat, so you are in a habitat, but the visibility is not perfect. And it was a round habitat. It was the one that had the blue arches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was that habitat with the portholes, so the light was not great. And so if the dolphin's on the other side of the habitat, you can't see them.
Yeah.
If you're just free diving, and that's what we do. We just free dive, scan the bottom, get air, free dive back down.
And it's like 25 foot?
That one at the deepest, I think it was like 15.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad.
I feel like I remember it when I was a kid, so it just feels so much bigger.
It feels bigger.
Yeah.
But you're just scanning for fish, and if they don't want you there, then they'll let you know. But whether they want you there or not, they're going to ping you with their sonar. And so it's just coming at you from all directions, and you can't see them before you can feel them coming. So you just know they're coming, and you're like, are you going to be happy with me?
Are you
not going to be happy with me?
Are you going to headbutt me?
Yeah, because they might come over for rubs, and they did that a lot. They might just zoom past you just to like scope out what you're doing. But they never did it to me. But I had heard tale of them like not being in the mood to have someone scan the habitat, and they would let you know. They never like hurt anybody, but they would bumped people.
Yeah,
they'd bump you.
And I never really thought of like being able to feel that, but I was imagining like, and I don't know if you've ever experienced a heavy metal concert or something like that. So a heavy metal concert, like my first one that I did. And it's like, I can't even remember the name of the band, like Iron Maiden or one of those. But it was like the first one I like promoted. Everyone was throwing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean, there was like probably 50% more people getting sick. There's always people that get sick.
Yeah.
At a concert because they
drinking
and stuff like that.
Too much heat.
Well,
whatever.
and these people were like, well, I only have one drink. I don't know why I'm sick. And I believed them. But when I was standing where they were standing in the pit, the vibrations were so intense.
Wow,
it gave me motion sickness. So I was like, you actually just need to leave this environment, go over here, and I think you'll be okay. And they were.
Yeah.
But it was like, I never experienced that at a concert because I'm not a real big heavy metal guy. But I wasn't prepared for it as the promoter.
Yeah.
Of this is a thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was people puking everywhere.
So that
weren't even like drinking or anything.
That would be percussive trauma to the inner ear.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're feeling it here, but what's really causing the motion sickness is, your inner ear connecting to your cerebellum. And so, that's percussive trauma to your ear and your brain.
Yeah.
That would cause motion sickness just through vibration and sound.
Yeah. No, but it never even occurred to me that was a thing.
Now that you mention it, that is a tool that they use in a hostage situation.
Yeah.
Is they'll put up speakers and they'll blast like crazy bass at particular decibels.
And it makes them sick.
Just to make them sick. And so that they get uneasy, they get, that's a thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
But I mean, and before that, I had, done like, Garfunkel from Simon and Garfunkel and Little Richard and stuff. But I never had it. As soon as I had it, I was like, oh, okay, I know to look for that right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, we got a lot of complaints that day too.
Yeah,
because the cloud cover was bad, so the sound stayed down and traveled a long way.
Yeah, that's bad.
And I can't remember the name of the band. I can't remember who it was.
The funkiest thing I ever saw a dolphin do with their sonar, I told Neil Bortz this on the radio, and it's how I got to talk to Neil Bortz for like 15 minutes. Because everyone wants to know, because there's the old thing, there's only a few species that engage in relations for fun. And so we had mixed males and females. They hadn't seen each other. These particular males and females hadn't seen each other for a very, very long time. And lots of fun was had. But there came a point where the ladies were sleeping, and they were obviously sleeping. And so when you mix animals that haven't seen each other for a while, you have to do watches to make sure that everything's going well.
Yeah, so they don't hurt each other.
Yeah, so they don't, if it's not going well, then you start, the behaviors that they're not happy with each other, and you deal with it before anything gets hurt. And so I'm doing a watch with an intern. The girls are napping, and the boys keep coming up and like buzzing the girls and kind of like, hey ladies,
Hey, you sleeping?
So
Are you sleeping?
The two females that were in there they were a mother-daughter pair. So you've got the like less experienced adult daughter, and you have the very wizened old cougar. And she gets annoyed with this. She turns around and focuses all of her sonar power on the genital slit of the boy that was harassing them.
Oh, and it was a younger
and she
male.
Just buzzes up and down his genital area. And then all of a sudden he starts spasmically turning into a C over and over again. And then he didn't know what to do. And then the ladies just swam away.
Yeah, he's like,
and they got to nap. And the other guy was like, what happened? Because he was too young to know what was going on.
Yeah.
So that was the weirdest thing I ever saw.
Yeah.
And that opened up a whole new idea to me about dolphin behavior. Because, like, there's no singles bar in the dolphin world, because a dolphin can just scan you up and down, know what you're packing, and know whether or not she wants to talk to you. There's no, like, getting to know you through your game. No pickup lines. There's zero mystery.
It's very binary.
Yep.
On or off, on or off.
And the males can scan the females and see if they're an estrus, and if they're not, then okay, she out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Done.
It was wild. It was a wild
That's crazy.
experience. And to see that with like a 19-year-old intern who was fairly like young and silly. And I was like Mystery Science Theater 3000 because you're bored.
Oh,
you're just watching it. And so I didn't know what.
I could see me commentating what's going on.
Well, I didn't know it was going to go that direction.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, hey, ladies. Oh, not interested? Like, and then it went, that was a weird, that was a weird experience.
Okay.
She and I were bonded very close.
You made your point. You made your point. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're done here. At least for 20 minutes. No dolphin cigarettes.
Yeah.
No dolphin cigarettes. Yeah. But that was a weird one.
And then he went and took a nap.
Yeah. Everyone's napping at that point. But when you're doing those watches, you have to write everything down.
Oh, gosh.
Every behavior down in the record. So that was like, how do I explain this in a way that's like appropriate for the vet to read? Because I mean, I can explain it.
Yeah.
But like, it's a whole different kind of job that just happened. But like,
I mean,
how do you explain that for legit?
Is the sonar how a dolphin hums?
Because maybe. Yeah. I mean, but those are government records. Like USDA was going to be reading that. The vet. I'm like, I'm the one on staff. I'm the one that has to describe this.
Yeah.
What do I do? So it was an interesting shift for me that day.
Wait, what was the older female dolphin's name? Tell me it's a stripper name. Please tell me it's a stripper name.
It's Betty.
Oh, she was a Betty?
Betty.
She was a Betty.
Her daughter was Dazzle.
Oh,
the one that didn't do it was
on
Dazzle.
stage 2.
Dazzle. She was protecting Dazzle from the advances of the boy.
Betty Boop on stage 1. Dazzle on stage 2.
Yep. She was on the circular stage that day. Bobby says, so the dolphin version of a kick in the... No, I believe it was more enjoyable than a kick to the groinal region.
Yeah, I think it was more of a...
Gonadal massage.
Yeah.
We'll say it was a gonadal massage.
That's why I was asking if it was a Hummer.
I think it's a dolphin version of a Hummer.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. The only injury I got was from getting bumped by a dolphin. And that's because an intern didn't get out of the way. So I pushed her out of the way and I took the hit.
You took the hit.
And so I had a hematoma in my leg muscle for about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Because that tail fluke, so the tail is called a fluke. The peduncle is the muscular part between the fluke and the dorsal fin. And it's just all muscle. There's spine, but everything else is just muscle.
Yeah.
And so that's the most dangerous part of the dolphin.
Yeah.
They can kill you with their tail without even trying.
It was like getting punched by Andre the Giant or something.
Yeah. And so
they're probably what, a female's like 350 pounds?
Yeah,
and
roughly.
a male's like 500 pounds or something?
For Atlantic bottlenose. Pacific bottlenose are bigger.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the Pacific ones.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of those.
They're bigger and they're usually darker.
Okay. Yeah.
But this was Nellie. Nellie was actually the one that hit me.
Oh, the one that lived forever. The one that was like 61 years old or something, right?
That's why, she lived to, I think, 67. Okay. I can't remember. We talked about it on the show last night.
Oldest living dolphin in captivity.
I shared her Timex commercial. I'm not surprised because you're the trivia guy.
Yeah.
So Barbertine's excited. It's been dolphin stripper stories all week. She was famous for, like, anytime we had to do a medical procedure on her, you would release her. She'd give one tail slap, which is kind of a dolphin's way of flipping you the fin, right? So she'd give one tail slap, and then she'd just wait for everybody to get out. And it was just her way of being like, you know.
Yeah.
Don't snag me.
I'm the star.
Never without my consent. Yes. And so she gave a tail slap. We knew it was coming. We told the interns, as soon as you let go, plaster your body against the wall of the habitat. And one intern didn't do it. And so I pushed her. And so I almost got out of the way. It was my calf. The back of my calf, she got me.
She was a big,
she was a big girl.
She was a big girl.
She was a big dolphin.
Tell you, I saw Nellie when I was a kid, because we do, from DeLand, we did field trips in the summer up here, because that's when Marineland was like
in its height,
And
probably.
it's like really in its height, and the shows were great. You were
And the
just
habitats were on both sides of the road at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I brought groups back when they had the video and the electric eel show and some of those things, and Nellie was still performing. So I was a kid, and then I saw her as an adult too. So it's pretty wild.
I saw her when I was 8 and I came through here on a family vacation. And I know that because when I got the interview at Marineland, I went back and looked at those family pictures and I found Lily and Nellie. And I took that picture to my interview.
Oh, that's a good move.
I got to meet 2 of the dolphins that are still here.
Yeah, that's a good move.
I just shared her Timex commercial. She was in a Timex commercial. It's black and white, like old commercial. It's on my Facebook.
And keeps on ticking.
Yeah, it was the waterproof Timex.
And she went down and picked it up off the bottom and brought it up. Is that
This
what it was?
one, she had it on a thing in her mouth and she was jumping. She was doing bows. And so it was right in the front of her mouth. And the whole thing was that it's waterproof. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking, but this one's waterproof. And so, she kept beating it against the water surface with her jumps and it still worked.
That's cool.
But the definition on the footage is so low you couldn't tell whether it was working or not. You just had to trust.
Yeah, they did a close up on one that they cleaned up at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally walked. There was no cut at all.
Yeah.
So I found a headline that I wanted to get your opinion on.
Okay.
It's from October, I think. Yeah, it's from October. So this was Ohio State. They played, who was it? Ohio State played, my computer's not going to load the story.
Oh, no.
So they played a football game. They win. It's October, so it's late in the season. So, tensions are high. Penn State, they beat Penn State.
Okay.
Columbus Dispatch puts this headline up. I'm going to show everybody. And got immediately roasted. Do you have any comments? I'm not getting the joke, Troy. No?
I'm sorry you're not getting that.
Number 3, Ohio State rides D to win over number 7 Penn State.
Well, and if you go to the old coaching staff of Penn State, he can explain it to you a lot.
No, I'm not his type.
You are clearly not his type.
I'm not his type. Nope. Oh, man, that's great. I mean, poor Bill. Bill writes a story and...
Come on, Bill. Be better than that.
Well, Bill writes the story and then it goes to the editors and the editors come up with the headlines.
Yeah.
Someone else comes up with the headlines, not the writer.
Yeah, no, I mean, that might be an angry editor to just like, screw this paper. This job sucks. Just let it go.
I don't like Bill. But USA Today picks it up.
I know.
So it was published in Columbus Dispatch, but USA Today Network then also published it on their... Dude, come on.
I can tell you this. The funniest one the Record ever did, and I don't know if you've heard this story, their 100th year anniversary. Okay. Huge buildup. It's supposed to be 100 years of public service.
Oh, no.
They left out the L.
Oh, yeah.
Pubic.
Well,
I had the paper for a while. I saved it, but I don't know where it is anymore. But it was so funny. Like, I read it. I looked away.
Like, no.
And I got the paper this is when my office was at the downtown where Francis Field is now.
Okay.
Where all the there's a little metal building. That's where Parks and Recreation was.
Okay.
Back in the 90s, early 90s. And I held it up to the guy I shared the office with. His name was Dale. And I was like, am I reading that right? Because I'm dyslexic. So I was like,
yeah.
Okay. I'm a pretty good speller even though I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? What does that say? He goes, it says what you think it says.
I'm dyslexic too, so I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, no, that wasn't me.
Yeah,
I was trying to find it. I can't find it.
It would have been in the early 90s, record 100 years of pubic service.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You gotta love the Record, man. That's why they are the biggest name in mullet rappers.
Oh, yeah. No one wraps a fish like that.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
For over 100 years.
For over 100 years of fish public service.
Pubic.
They don't have that region, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's too
funny.
funny.
I worked with marine mammals, not fish.
Yeah.
I did find some stories for you that we can react to. So I thought we'd start with a Florida lady story.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we got Florida stripper arrested for throwing money at a dude.
That's really not the way it's supposed to work.
I know. This might be the first time in history that a stripper became famous for giving money to someone else. I mean, she was on stage, too.
Oh, she was on stage.
A disgruntled Florida stripper was arrested.
He tried to pay her with a credit card.
She hurled, there's more.
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
Bad visual?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it took a second. She was arrested after allegedly hurling a large amount of rolled up money at a coworker's head who happened to be her ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
They had dated for 6 months. Clearwater, do you want to see if you can guess the club name?
Well, Clearwater, that's where Hooters actually began.
Yeah.
So the original Hooters is there. There's not a Club One there. There's not a Ybor. I can't think of the ones in Clearwater.
Baby dolls.
Some Scarlet. Oh, okay. All right.
Baby dolls.
I was like, there's something Scarlet down it. Not that I know a lot about strip clubs, but in my previous life, they sponsored a lot of softball teams.
You know, that does make sense because in my experience, adult softball teams go somewhere to drink after the games.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that bars and
tournaments. Yeah. Mons Venus is a club in Tampa, and they hosted one of the biggest softball tournaments in the Southeast. And they actually had strippers in the dugouts.
Dude.
These girls crushed it.
I don't know who won the tournament, but the girls
much money. We actually won the tournament, and there was one time somebody was getting a dance, and like somebody made it out. We're like, dude, we got to get on the field. He's like, I'm not done.
I paid my money. I swiped my credit card. This is happening. So this attack happened.
So the boyfriend was there harassing her, and she threw money. Yeah. Find something else. Well, I guess as a stripper, you don't have pockets.
At 11:55 a.m.
Oh, she's on the C team.
Right?
She's not even on the B team. That's the C team. When you're on the breakfast strip circuit, that's not good for you.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So the man attempted to walk across the stage to speak to a different coworker. I'm assuming this was not a male coworker. She purportedly hurled a large wad of cash at him, striking him in the back of the head. She was slapped with a misdemeanor domestic battery charge, according to the complaint. I mean, is that... Everyone appeared to be sober. No blood was drawn. There's the girl. I mean...
She looks like a stripper.
She looks like a stripper.
She got a stripper look to
Does
her.
she look like a morning shift stripper?
No, she's pretty...
She's
I'd give her B shift at least. Must be a pretty good place. What was the address?
It's right here. Baby Dolls. It's right there. Baby Dolls Exotic Dancers.
No windows. Weird.
I know. It's the weirdest thing. You drive past a cinder block building with no windows.
Yeah, casinos and strip joints.
Yeah, it's a funny thing about that.
But they're great for hurricanes.
They are. I mean, is that where everyone should go?
Yeah.
Like Shaun of the Dead? Yeah. Everyone convene at the strip club. No wind is coming in.
They're built well.
Yeah.
Strip clubs are built well. You rarely see windows.
The building's not the only thing built well, but they're built well.
Yeah. Usually the breakfast girls don't look that good. She must have been there picking up her check or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, and she didn't expect to see him macking on some other girl.
Yeah. Well, that was happening already, girl. Sister, it didn't start that day.
I swear, you're the first one I've ever picked up from the club.
Yeah.
Tim says she's a 6.
Yeah.
I got one more stripper story for you, Barbara Jean. I ruined my search history just for you because I've been giving you dolphin stories and all kinds of stuff all week. So I got another one. But this isn't quite as salacious as the last one.
All right.
So there was a number of falsification of medical ID cards that stemmed out of the 2020 events.
Yeah, it was pretty common. Pretty common in 2020 and 21.
But what wasn't so common was that the mastermind behind one in New Jersey was in fact a stripper.
Girls got to make her pay the bills.
I mean, when they close down clubs, then, so I don't know. There's a picture. I don't know if we should show this one. A, B, or C? Is she the...
She's a B shifter.
Well,
also.
she's an entrepreneur. That's what she is.
I mean, she purchased those nicely.
She made some money.
Yeah.
New Jersey stripper was exposed as the alleged mastermind in a fake Vax card scheme that sold 250 phony credentials, according to Manhattan District Attorney. So not only did she sell 250 of these phony credentials, I guess there was what got her on the radar, I'm thinking, is that there were 13 government employees that were amongst her customer base.
Oh, okay.
In the New York area, and they took that very, very serious. So, 5-Star Jazzy advertised fake CDC Vax cards on her Instagram account.
Here's my question. And you tell me if my question is valid.
Okay.
You're concerned. You're a regular at the strip club. You're getting a lap dance from a naked lady rubbing all her parts on you.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, you're concerned, I wonder if she's vaccinated. That's the point in your life where you go,
I think that
all the other diseases in the world that's probably associated with
you're
that lifestyle.
incredibly high, close proximity to.
Yes.
And
you're like,
well, I mean, her customer base are the ones that don't want that.
Yeah.
Because they're faking it.
Yeah.
They're faking that they have the preventative measure. So these are people that are anti-prophylactics. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So that tracks for the customer base.
But I mean, but you're ratting her out?
So I don't guess they did. I think the fact that she advertised on Instagram did.
Okay.
And she advertised.
That's like the person, breaking the law writes a check to his partner.
Oh, like Smollier,
whatever his name is.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's got an Instagram account, Anti-Vax Mama, selling fake cards. And she doesn't
crazy.
think she's going to get busted 45 minutes from New York City.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Like, you might be able to get away with that in Montana or a state that, didn't care anyway and sell them, through the mail. But you're not, New York City in that proximity. Nope. How much do you think she charged per card?
I'm going to say $300.
It was $200.
$200.
Yeah, so it's a steal.
She charged me $3.
That's what I heard. So I guess she had a customer or a companion that worked in a medical office and was able to falsify medical records. So she could actually get your name on a doctor's office list as
She used
having
the barter
received
system
it.
with that customer.
Yeah, I'm guessing. So it was extra $50 if you wanted your name on a doctor's office list. We're not showing that picture either.
Yeah, which one?
That one.
Oh,
New York Post, man. I mean,
She's a very rounded human being.
Yes. So she had a connection in Patchogue, New York, that would enter the name in the database. So it looked super duper legit. 250 bogus cards were sold.
Okay.
At least 10 people were in the database, and 13 of those customers were government employees. So that's how I'm assuming they got wind of it.
Yeah.
But stripper mastermind here.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're business people.
They are. She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I bet she's crushing it on OnlyFans right now.
Well, I mean, she probably has to because she's probably got lots of fines to pay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I didn't go into it, whether she got convicted of anything or got time. But very entrepreneuring lady in New Jersey. What was it? Jazzy something? 5-star Jazzy.
5-star Jazzy.
5-star Jazzy.
Oh. All right, sorry, I got
those are my stripper stories.
I had the state contacting me about our, but
no.
I have the most wholesome story over here, and got strippers going on over here. So,
what does that say? That I'm not the wholesome thing in Troy's life? I'm the corrupting force in Troy's life.
It's an email. I actually have a grown-up life too.
No, you don't.
And I think someone online on the comments called me the stripper expert. That was decades ago.
Decades ago.
Yeah. Now.
The older you get, the harder it comes. So we've got two things.
I'm sorry.
We've got
Can you
trivia.
repeat that statement?
No, I can't. We've got trivia. This is in the shrink wrap, so I have not pre-read any of these cards. So this is an option for us tonight, or we can talk more about strange arrests.
We can possibly work both of them in, right? Because if this starts to flop, we go to strange arrest.
We could do that.
Okay. Or if this creates a strange arrest, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah.
So mind the gap. So this is the generational gap.
Yes.
Is what it is. Okay.
So we can decide how we want to play this.
Okay. You're a millennial, right?
I am. Okay. Just barely.
Yeah. And
I'm like the first year of millennials.
Okay.
So
All right. So
I identify with a lot of Gen X stuff, but I also know a decent amount of old millennial stuff.
Okay.
Once it starts getting into new millennial stuff, I'm lost. And then because I have kids of a certain age, I'm starting to get some Zoomer stuff. So we don't have to play the game. I just wanted to use the trivia cards.
Use the cards.
Because we don't have a Mike Davis to ask us questions.
So we got boomers here.
Yeah, we've got boomers,
each one
Gen X,
Gen Z,
and millennials.
Okay.
So
All right.
how do you want to play it?
All right. How about you ask me the Gen X, I'll ask you the millennials.
Okay, we can do that way.
We reverse it?
Yeah, I figure let's reverse it.
Okay.
Because
All right.
and then we can, every couple of cards, we can do a Gen Z or a boomer. I didn't want to open anything because I didn't want to be accused of
It's like a cigarette wrapper here.
right? I didn't want to be accused of cheating and pre-reading the cards. So I intentionally left everything wrapped.
I might need you to use your nails over here.
Okay, I can do that. So there's the boomers free. I've got,
I think I failed.
happens to lots of guys.
These are,
Here, let me get it.
don't use your nails. Okay. No, I wasn't letting it be me. I got it.
Nails can be fun.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean,
In the right
use them in the right context.
location.
Right context.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
All right. All right.
Are you ASMRing for our
I got
viewers?
I got the X open. And what are the
right.
categories here?
There's all kinds of categories. I don't know if they're the same across because it wouldn't make sense. Technology didn't go across all the generations. All right.
All right. This one I think is a fairly easy one, and I
Okay.
think you'll crush this. The first question, and it looks like it's on a VHS, so I'm assuming it's a movies thing.
Okay.
What sports movies set in Philadelphia won Best Picture in 1976?
76 sports movie set in Philadelphia. Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. I didn't turn it over, but I know that one's right. If it's not, I'm really sad.
All right. Should we take score? Or you guys
yeah.
keep score in the
Okay.
comments?
All right. I think you're going to do much better on Gen X than I am on
On millennial? I don't
millennial.
know, because you had kids that were you
Yeah.
were raising kids in that time.
All right. Long before. Oh, it's your turn to ask. So.
Okay. So I'll do ATMs became popular in the 1990s. What did ATM stand for?
Automatic teller machine.
I'll give it to you. It's automated teller
Automated,
machine.
yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Do you remember Tilly? Tilly the teller? She was in the 70s.
No.
She was like one of the first ATMs.
Yeah?
It was Tilly.
All right.
So
Why does that sound like
no one trusted Tilly.
Space Odyssey 2001 or something?
Yeah, and see that's actually what happened in that stripper story. He thought his ex-girlfriend was an ATM. He used the card
Yeah.
and then she threw money at him.
Yeah.
So it actually
Well,
worked.
it worked. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe she is Tilly. Maybe that was
Yeah.
her name. I couldn't pronounce her name. It was a T name, but it
Okay.
wasn't Tilly. All right. So
Okay, here we go. Let's do. I want to give you one that you got somewhat of a chance. In the 70s, what car company launched their famous and enduring slogan, "The Ultimate Driving Machine"?
I've heard that so many times that it's wallpaper now.
Yeah.
What logo is with it? The Ultimate Driving Machine. Oh, put my phone down.
Yeah. Well, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
You're not Googling.
I'm not Googling,
Oh,
but
wait,
if
people
someone
can-
puts it in the comments.
People can put it in the comments. Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Ultimate Driving Machine. I'm thinking it's between Ford and Chevy. That's what I would think. I'm guessing Ford.
BMW.
BMW.
Still
oh,
used
that
today.
makes sense.
It's still used
yeah,
today.
It is.
So-
That's what I'm saying. I've heard it so many times. It doesn't even associate to a brand anymore.
I should. The one I was between, and tell me if you would have got this one.
Okay.
Because I'm going to switch cards, but
Okay.
this one doesn't count. This is the other one I was going to ask. Name the wife of the exiled, corrupt Philippine dictator who had
Evita.
1,200 pairs of shoes.
Oh,
Evita was Argentina.
it's not. Yeah, it's not
Don't
Evita.
cry for me, Argentina. Yeah. That was
I've
Madonna.
seen her apartment on a tour of New York City, but I don't remember. Imelda Marcos?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Good
got
job. Good job. But unfortunately, it didn't count because I didn't ask that one. Yeah.
I get it.
All right.
All right. This one's easy, but I'll give it to you. What was the name of the first successfully cloned sheep in history?
Dolly.
Yes, it was.
Dolly.
Dolly. Hello, Dolly.
All right. What TV sitcom's catchy theme song, Without Us, was sung by Denise Williams and Johnny Mathis?
Dude, I don't know. Without Us?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I thought you'd have a chance at this.
If you sang the song, then I could probably get it.
So I'll give you one of the actors in it.
Okay.
Michael J. Fox.
Oh, so that's Growing Pains, right?
No.
No, it's
Family Ties.
Family Ties is close.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of those family movies.
Yeah, there was a lot of family sitcoms in that time.
And they blur.
Yeah.
They blur in my mind because that was when I was really young.
Yeah, that was kind of in the 80s, so I mean...
I was born 81.
Yeah.
So I remember watching them.
Yeah.
I remember watching them both. But I think I remember Growing Pains. I think that was a little later. And
Yeah,
so...
that's with Winnie. Winnie was so cute. Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Growing Pains, that was Wonder Years with Winnie.
Wonder Years. Oh.
Growing Pains had
I don't know.
Tracy Gold. That was the first like bulimia scandal.
Okay.
Tracy Gold and Alan Thicke was in that one.
Okay. I don't think I ever saw that one.
Like I said, there's crossover, right? Because they happened right around the same time.
And the other Gold, because she had a sister that was an actress also, was on Benson.
Okay.
The TV show Benson.
I don't know Benson.
You never heard of Benson? Oh, okay. That's going to be the next question.
Olivia Benson from SVU. I know her.
No, Benson was a spinoff of the TV show Soap.
Okay.
And he was a butler for one of the people on Soap, and then he became the butler of the governor. And Benson then became the Secretary of State of the government.
Oh,
and
cool.
then, he worked his way up to I think he almost ran for governor.
Yeah, ground floor all the way to the top.
But Benson stayed on the air for 7 years. Soap was on the air for 2.
Well, Frasier stayed on really long
it's
after
back on.
Cheers. And Frasier's back, yeah. I haven't watched the reboot because reboots, I don't want you to destroy the thing I loved.
Yeah.
Okay, according to Napoleon Dynamite, what are ligers and why are they bred?
Ligers, I thought, was a cross between a lion and a tiger.
Yeah.
And they have more tiger DNA?
So there's ligers and there's Tyons or something, but you don't hear about them as much. The mom depends.
The
whichever.
mom's one or the dad's the other.
I think if the mom's a lion, it's a liger, and if the mom's a tiger, it's a Tyon. But why are they bred? This is the Napoleon Dynamite quote.
Why are ligers bred?
Yes.
They're bred because I don't know.
Their skill in magic.
Oh, obviously.
Obviously.
Napoleon
Dynamite. That's the famous, super awkward dance scene.
Vote. Huh? What do you mean? It was amazing. It was not awkward.
It was super awkward.
It was not awkward at all. Made the entire movie.
I think the more sober you are, the more awkward it is. What you got for me?
All right.
You're ahead, by the way.
Okay. Here, and this one stayed around a while too. So I'm trying to give you a shot here. In 1976, how did you spell relief?
Oh, isn't it Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer spells relief. I'm going with Alka-Seltzer.
All right. Rolaids.
Rolaids?
Yes.
Oh, Rolaids spells relief.
Yeah.
There we go. See, like I said, they've become just like wallpaper, and I don't. Okay, what actress played Ray Romano's wife, Deborah, and Everyone Loves Raymond?
I don't know her name. I mean, she was.
She also went on to do.
My mom dresses just like Marie, with the layers and always matching. Wears a lot of purple, by the way, Barbara Jean.
Her purse and her shoes always match.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
Always accessorized, hair spot on.
Yeah.
That's my mom. My mom is Marie, and not only is she dressed like Marie, But you know how Marie is and always like defends Raymond no matter if he like stabs someone in the chest? That would be my mom too.
Yeah.
Well, they probably had it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably did.
What was her name?
The actress?
Yeah.
Patricia Heaton.
Heaton.
She was also in Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. I would recognize her and go, oh, you're Raymond's wife.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
I love that show. That show was on when I was in college. It's fun.
All right. What 70s and 80s blonde supermodel was known especially for her pink bikini poster and swimsuit picture in Sports Illustrated?
So it's got to be, I remember it being red, but Farrah Fawcett, right?
No, hers was cream. It was a cream color.
I thought her famous poster with her head back with the Farrah hair was a red bathing suit.
No, it's kind of a cream color.
I thought Bo Derek was in the cream one.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I might have messed up my blondes, but this one I knew. 'Cause this one could have been one of my earliest girlfriends.
Yeah.
You know, but she didn't know me.
Yeah.
But I was quite
throw a hitch in your giddy up.
I was quite stunning at 14 before I hit my growth spurt. Mm-hmm. And when I did, and it still never really hit. Cheryl Tiegs. Wasn't she in Christmas Vacation? That was Chrissy Brinkley, wasn't it?
No, and the one behind the lingerie counter in the
I don't
Christmas
know. I thought you were
Vacation.
talking about the one. Oh, Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
The first Vacation, I think
It
it
was Chrissy Brinkley, yeah.
driving down the road.
and they end up in the hotel swimming
in the swimming pool.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Yes, it is crazy.
Water's cold.
All right, this brand of lip balm came in all the best flavors like Dr. Pepper, Skittles, Coca-Cola, and chocolate.
This brand of lip balm, chapstick.
Lip smackers.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
I think we should go outside of our comfort zone.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, let's do some boomer stuff and some Z stuff.
All right. Do you want to answer Z and I answer boomer?
Oh my gosh, I think I'll really struggle with Z. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Wait.
Oh wait, we
Did I
did
give
that
you the
wrong.
wrong one?
We did that wrong.
Dyslexic.
I'd have a chance at the boomers because they call me boomer on the morning show.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hurtful.
I said that to one of our priests. He was trying to take a selfie of a group of us and like went to hit it and he X'd out of the camera. And I was like,
boomer.
Yeah, I was like, okay, boomer. And he
boomer.
was so insulted because he's Gen X.
Yeah.
He's like, did you just call me a boomer? Like there were legitimate boomers in the room and he was very hurt.
Yeah. All right. I think it's my turn.
I think so. No, you didn't get lip smackers.
Okay.
All right. Name the Gen Z fashion trend using a stylish version of exercise clothing.
A Gen Z. Read it. How's it read again?
A Gen Z fashion trend using a stylish version of exercise clothing.
Gen Z.
You might have
fashion.
a chance at this because you have a friend who has one of these lines. And he's described it as such.
So it's an athletic wear. I was thinking like the leggings that they wear on the.
But the fancy leggings would fall into athletic wear or a different kind of athletic wear.
I don't know what's
Athleisure.
athlete. No, I would never came up with that.
No? Davey calls his brand an athleisure land.
Yeah.
Athleisure line.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a boomer.
Okay, I think you can get this because this song's still out there, and I think you have a chance, and you may have saw the movie. Name Richie Valens' catchy song that blended Mexican dance music with rock and roll.
I'm thinking "Shake It Up, Baby." No, that's Twist, right?
Yeah, you didn't. The movie about him is Name This.
Oh, I know what movie that is too. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's the day the music died.
There it is.
No. But no. That's the American Pie is the song that came out of his death, but it was La Bamba.
La Bamba.
La Bamba. I think Los Lobos redid it or somebody.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they did a good job with it. So.
All right.
So. That was a really boomer.
That was a boomer. Let's see. This movement started, you've got to get this one. This movement started in 2017 after allegations of sexual misconduct were brought against prominent men in media, notably Harvey Weinstein.
Okay, read it one more time.
This movement started in 2017 after allegations of sexual misconduct were brought against prominent men in media, notably Harvey Weinstein.
So this is the hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag what?
Isn't it hashtag something me?
Uh-huh.
Is it hashtag me? Oh, hashtag. Okay, here's the thing, because a hashtag
It's a pound sign.
is a pound sign to a boomer.
Yep.
So
there's a joke if you get it.
Yeah.
There's a joke if you don't say hashtag and you say pound.
yeah.
Pound me.
I can't think of it.
Two.
Me too. The Me Too
Too,
movement.
yeah.
Me Too movement.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All
Man,
right.
we're
All right.
killing these guys.
Yeah, we're crushing it. We're crushing it. I'm trying to find ones that I know so that, like,
I think I found the
you have a
gap.
chance. We have definitely found the gap. Like, you are not a boomer, and I'm not a Z.
This is Z.
All right. All right. I think you'll get this one because I actually said this the other day to Maeve,
All right.
and someone said, "Wow, I haven't heard that term in a long time."
Okay.
All right. What did it mean when someone said you're cruising for a bruising?
You're going to get a spanking.
That's right.
You're getting a spanking. I know that because I heard that a lot.
You're looking for trouble.
All right. You're definitely going to get this one.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
I got a point. So
Well,
I'm-
I should have got the hashtag Me Too movement. That was super simple, but I've locked out.
I thought you would get it just because of the pound me too joke.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah, and I've used that joke before. All right, here's the OCD me. Look at the way I put
know.
this in,
I
and it's
know.
been sitting there, so I have to fix this.
You go ahead and fix that.
Okay.
I'm going to read this because you're
Okay.
going to get this one right.
Okay.
What store allowed customers to create their own stuffed animal?
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
I knew you'd get that one.
Yeah.
Should we see if we can get our own
Okay.
trivia?
Okay, you'll get this one. Name the 4 main characters on the Andy Griffith Show.
The 4 main characters. So there's Andy Griffith. There's
Well, it's Andy Taylor, but
Yeah. So Andy
I'm looking
Taylor.
for the character's name.
There's Barney, Opie, and Aunt May.
Aunt B.
Aunt B. That's
Yeah.
so close. Mayberry.
Yes.
Aunt B.
The
Mayberry.
fictitious town of Mayberry.
So I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
I was so close. Should we see if we can get our own trivia?
Oh, yeah, let's try it. All right.
All right. So let's see. Cheryl Teagues. All right. Here's a card you haven't seen.
All right. Millennial. Putting them in.
All right.
All right.
What 70s and 80s game show hosted by Chuck Barris
The Gong Show.
had celebrities judging amateur acts? The Gong Show. You got it.
The Unknown Comic. Gene the Dancing Machine.
Ooh.
It got canceled because
Did she throw a lot of money at her ex-boyfriend?
Yeah. No, Gene the Dancing Machine was a portly black guy. And he'd come out, not, there was no words to the song, but he would dance around. You ever see? Did you ever
Why
see?
do I feel like that's a hate crime today?
Yeah. And did you ever see the Unknown Comic?
The Unknown Comic?
Yeah.
No.
It was a comic who wore a bag over his head, and he would just like bust on people. He was a funny guy.
great.
He was a stand-up comic. But that show got canceled because J.P. Morgan took off her top while the Gene the Dancing Machine was going,
Yeah.
and it flashed a little nippage,
A little Janet Jackson before Janet
Like
Jackson.
she came out, and then it got canceled.
And it came out.
Yeah,
and then the show got canceled.
And this is in the '70s, so it wasn't as cool.
Yeah.
But there's a movie about Chuck
Janet
Barris.
Jackson would tell you it's still not
Yeah.
that cool.
Yeah, her career. But JT's took off.
Yeah.
So much for Me Too.
I mean, that was before me too.
But there's a movie about Chuck Barris on the Gong Show, like a movie about him being a super spy.
Yeah.
And it's a full-length movie that came out like 20 years after the show.
All right.
All right, let's see here. Whew. All right, you if you missed this, I'm going to be very sad for you. All right, it's a music
Say
one.
that all night.
What Tulsa, Oklahoma band had a hit song in 1997 called Bop?
Oh, that's Hanson.
Yeah.
That's Hanson.
Yeah.
I get that. I really didn't like that song. they were younger than me, so I was like,
They're still
so
touring.
lame. They are. They have like 1,000 kids.
Yeah.
All right. Even I know this one. That's too easy. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a different one. Okay. What was Gambino crime boss John Gotti's nickname for being charged with multiple crimes but not convicted until 92?
Teflon Don.
Teflon Don. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one I didn't give you was the clapper. What device turned on the lamp without touching it?
Yeah. Got to be careful with those things.
What do you got plugged into that clapper?
No, you
not all things clap.
You have a really good
Yes.
night with your partner.
Mm-hmm. And the lights are on and off.
Lights look like a disco.
Because you accidentally Morse code helped to
Were you
someone.
guys having a rave? Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Call the police. SOS. Wow.
All right. All right. I don't remember this one's name, but I think you'll get it. All right. In 1997, she became infamous for having an affair with a 13-year-old student. You remember her name?
Oh,
it wasn't who I thought it was.
Susan.
It wasn't who I thought it was.
I just heard she passed away. She died of cancer. And the boy, they got divorced right before she died. Not Susan. I think it's Susan something. Starts with an L.
This is Mary Kay.
Mary Kay Letourneau. It starts with an L.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Mary Kay
No,
Letourneau.
I would have never got that.
Yep.
You did way better than I would have on that. You knew it started with
Is that
an
a
L.
half point?
Yeah, you knew it started with an L. Oh, we're still keeping
right.
score? I didn't know we were
Yeah,
keeping
you're
score.
still winning. You're one ahead.
Okay.
All right. What brand of jacket was a must-have for any cool kid in the 80s?
Oh, we talked about this the other day. Members only.
It was members only.
Yeah, we talked about it on the morning show. Like, what fashion did you hold on to too long?
Yeah.
I was the last member.
You're the final member, the final countdown. Well, that made
I
you
had
a
to.
man of all ages because you're winning.
Yeah,
Should we do one last question each?
I had a burgundy one and I had a silver one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but you had to save up for those. They were, and they had.
What did they look like?
They were. They kind of had like little
Cinch sleeves?
cinch here. They were super comfortable. They were zip, and then they had a button up here that would.
Okay.
That would. I think they had members only right there. So.
All right.
Yeah.
See,
so-
now if you wear a members only jacket, I think you work for Sam's Club.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Name the foreign exchange student on that 70s show.
Fez.
Yeah. You know what it stands for?
Foreign exchange student. They just never gave him a name.
No. Well,
And they never answered that question.
He said his name one time early, and they're like,
Nope.
nope, you're
Not
fast.
going to happen.
You're fast.
All right. So we're currently tied.
Okay, so I got one more chance to break the tie.
Yep. Let's see.
See if I'm really a Gen Xer.
I'll let you pick. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
Let's go 4.
4. Where did the experimental prototype community of tomorrow open in 1982?
Where did the
Experimental prototype community of tomorrow open in 1982? I would have gotten this, but that's because I've done work on this history.
I'll say at Disney,
Where?
and I would say it's probably in Orlando. So.
It is Orlando. It is Disney, but where?
You want me to say the Magic Kingdom, or you want me to say
Yeah. Which
It's
part?
actually in the city of Reedy Creek.
That development area? Are you going to give me a kingdom? You're going to give me a park?
I'll say it's at the Magic Kingdom.
Epcot.
It's
Epcot.
Oh, it's 82. 82 is
82,
Epcot.
yeah,
82
it's
is
Epcot.
Epcot. That makes sense.
All right.
So,
I mean,
we tied.
I figured
We did
we
better.
tied.
We did better on our own generations. That's for sure.
For sure we did.
Yeah.
All right. So bollocks tonight.
So Bollocks tonight, you're in there with us, and we're
Yep.
we're talking about different food origins and myths about food. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff about food.
Yep.
We've done a show similar to this before, but it was
Okay.
with Derek, and I have you guys in, and it was a fun show.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see where you guys take it too.
So I had some ideas when we talked about this, but I definitely talked to my husband. So that's why I have as many ideas as I brought in.
Yeah. We're
He
not going
helps
to get
me.
to all your ideas.
I brought in 5.
Did you
I
sit
think.
in the front of the? Were you a front row sitter?
Well, so like there was a couple that I talked to you about, and then I was like, "Hey, honey," because my husband went to culinary school. So I was like, "Do you know any like strange stories about food origins or anything like that?" And so I'll let you guess. There are 3 like straight laced ones, and there are 2 kind of saucy ones.
Well,
Which do you think? Did I come up with the saucy ones or the straight laced ones?
I'm going to say you came up with the saucy ones and Louis came up with the straight
You are
laced
wrong, sir.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, you are wrong. So we're just going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back for Bollocks, Talks, and
Yes,
Tangents.
6:34.
Yes, 6:34. So meet us over at Bollocks, Talks, and Tangents. So jump Facebook pages. We'll see you in like 34 and a half minutes.
There you go. Bye-bye.
Bye, St. Augustine.